Hi, I'm here today to talk about game design and development. This is an awesome class. Who should take it? 10th through 12th graders who've taken a programming, computer science, or engineering class in high school, and anyone who enjoys working on projects on a computer, working in a team, working in a group. You do not have to wait until your senior year to take this class. All right, what do we learn in game design? You learn to create an original game all the way through the development, the early idea generation process, all the way through building the game in Unity and then publishing the game and marketing it, put out there for people to see. Well, first one is game design theory, where we talk about what makes a good game. So we go through genres, 2D versus 3D, assets, goals, the MDA, flow and balance, structure of a good game, storytelling, character development, level design theory, different points of view, spawn points, tutorial methods, and the aesthetics of lighting, cameras, sound, and music. Then we do game analysis, and throughout the year, we will look at a game and analyze it. Okay, we'll talk about ways to modify games, the characteristics of a great cutscene, what makes a good user interface, and again, what makes good lighting and cameras based on the theme that you're going for. There's a project management aspect to it. We work in teams throughout the entire year, but we learn about the design process, how to come up with original ideas, different skills required to work in a team, the documents required in the design process, different engines and applications that you use during the project, what quality control is, testing and versioning, and then implementation at the end to include publishing. And we use Unity. All right, the majority of the class is spent on the computer actually developing your capstone project, but we build smaller projects as well. So in Unity, we learn how to use the application, we learn the interface, we learn about objects, models, and collecting them into prefabs, how to pull things out of the asset store and into our project, scripting and using code to make our objects and assets do what we want. Physics is automated scripting and animation so that you can tell objects how to interact with each other. Animation, creating from scratch the movement that you see on the screen. Level building and terrain sculpting, cameras, lighting, sound, and music, and creating a great user interface. So once we learn all these skills, what do we make? Well, throughout the year, you do small projects, and then you implement what you learned into a larger capstone project. You'll be working as a group on this capstone project through the entire year. And the smaller projects, you get to make when you start in the game development side of things, you create a short story and character profiles from that short story. Once we get into Unity, you start modeling. You start with a little house and other things like that, and you create prefabs, get together with your team and make a neighborhood out of that by pulling things out of the asset store like streets or trees or whatever. We do some character modeling. There's a rollerball tutorial that's out there, and we do a project where you kind of hack that project and make your own project out of it. We make a disc drop game where you drop ding, 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 ding. And then we also, with terrain sculpting, we design a racetrack through some terrain. When we do 2D level design, we're going to create a Super Mario level, and then we'll use that racetrack and put a user interface on it so you can see like mile per hour and speed and stuff like that. And at the end, when we learn about aesthetics, lights and cameras and sound and music, we apply a random theme to your rollerball project to give it a feel, right? But also we worked on our capstone project. Our final capstone project will work as a team to create. You'll be in a group of about 3 people, including yourself. It's going to have a controllable character, non-player characters that are coded, multiple levels, graphic user interface, animated movement, including physics, lighting and camera angles, sounds and music. You're going to create all the professional required documentation like a pitch proposal, game design document, and a journal. And you're going to provide community access to your game through access points like Google Play, Apple Store, Steam, browser-based, or whatever you need to do. All right. So that is the class. It's very exciting. If you have any questions, make sure you email me, and I'll leave you a link to the class website so you can learn more there.